Morning, I'm John Delano. Welcome to a special edition of the Sunday Business Page. This morning, KDKA TV salutes the vital role that science, technology, engineering, and math, or STEM, play in our present and future economy. You'll meet Bernie Mongilio, Senior Vice President of CGI's U.S. Great Lakes region. Then we'll introduce you to Kate Jackson, a commercial development representative for Williams, on why STEM education is so important to the kinds of work that Williams performs. Finally, we'll hear from Tiasha Khan, manager and solutions architect for Verizon Wireless. It's all next as we celebrate Williams STEM Fest presented by Verizon. Part of STEM Week presented by CGI right here on the Sunday Business Page.
This is the Sunday Business Page on KDKA TV.
And a very good morning to you. Thanks for spending part of your Sunday morning with us. This month is a special one for KDKA TV as we devote much of our attention to helping prepare the workforce for the 21st century. A big part of that challenge is to educate young people about the critical importance of science, technology, engineering, and math, or STEM, in the economy of the future. It's important that boys and girls be introduced to these disciplines in a positive environment so that they can explore the wonders of science and technology and perhaps become excited enough to consider this field as their own future. It's not surprising to think that children are already inclined towards technology through iPhones, iPads, and internet participation. As technology grows more important in their lives, it could also become a path to a successful career. KDKA TV is proud to announce Williams STEM Week from September 17th to the 23rd, presented by CGI, a global technology consulting firm with headquarters in Montreal, Quebec. Bernie Mongilio is Senior Vice President of CGI's U.S. Great Lakes region, and he joins us this morning on the Sunday Business Page to talk about CGI and its commitment to STEM Week. Bernie, it's great to have you on the show. Welcome.
Thank you, John. It's great to be here.
I had the great pleasure of getting to know you a year ago when I was the moderator for our Technovation program that we will have again as part of this program, and you're going to be on the panel again. It's great to have you back and to see you again. I think a lot of our viewers are probably wondering, what's CGI? I've never heard of that. What's CGI all about?
Sure. So CGI, as you mentioned, is a large IT services company headquartered in Montreal, Canada. We're about $10 billion in revenue with 74,000 people globally.
Wow, that's a big company.
It really is. A lot of times we're the biggest company you haven't heard of, so it's great to be here and be able to share the CGI message with you and get it out to our folks here in Pittsburgh. We operate around the world. We have 400 offices in 40 countries.
Wow.
And we're fortunate, actually, that one of those offices is here in Pittsburgh for our Great Lakes region.
And if I understand correctly, Pittsburgh is being designated an even more important part of the company. Tell me about that.
Absolutely, John. One of the things that we've got going on is we're putting more and more focus on innovation. We see companies, as we talk about STEM, we also see companies in general, the more and more importance on what we call digital transformation. A big part of digital transformation is innovation.
Right.
So in support of that, CGI is establishing a network of innovation centers across the U.S., and one of the first innovation centers will be here in Pittsburgh, actually, in our offices here.
That's great, and congratulations to you on that. That's great for Pittsburgh. It's great for CGI. When you say you are in IT services, what does that mean to the average person?
To the average person, I think it's the best way to describe it is that we work with businesses and governments to use information technology to help their mission. If that, in the case of a government, it's how do I create a better citizen experience, both make sure things are efficient and safe from a cyber perspective, but also making them frictionless and easy to conduct business.
So that the public or that customers in general can have an easy experience with whatever the client is that you work for?
Yeah, it could be internet, it could be mobile, it could be when you call a call center representative, having that person have the right systems and information in front of them so they can serve you efficiently and effectively.
Right. Well, part of our focus here at KDK is to make sure that the young people of the future are prepared to enter into work for you at CGI.
Yep.
What is your sense of the workforce these days? Is there growing demand for more young people to get into these fields?
Oh, there absolutely is. I mean, we see, when we think about the future, and again, this digital transformation that's going on, we really see talent as the critical challenge. Both in terms of, there are two pieces. One, helping people that are in roles today adapt to that, but very importantly, and perhaps even more importantly, is the demand for new people entering the workforce. We project, I think, 1.6 million jobs over the next 5 years. Not at CGI, of course, but globally, nationally, that are going to be in STEM type fields.
1.6 million jobs over the next 5 years in the STEM related fields.
Yep, absolutely.
Wow. Do we have the workforce to fill those needs?
We frequently are seeing, actually, there's a shortfall. There aren't enough people that are going into these careers. I mean, this gets exactly why we're interested, and we're proud to be a sponsor of STEM Week, is because we think it's really important for younger people to start understanding, become aware of the opportunity, more than aware, getting really excited about the possibilities. And so we feel that getting more people early so that they'll then want to go on to college and prepare themselves for the kind of careers.
Well, let me ask you about CGI in particular. What is it that a young person could look forward to working at CGI?
Sure. So I think some of the things at CGI, a lot of what we do is application development. So, for example, we're heavily involved, as I mentioned, with the customers in the customer experience they provide. So think about things like a banking client. What's it like when you use your mobile app and move money? Or working with...
Some of us are still a little reluctant to do that on a mobile phone, I have to admit. I know there's another generational thing here.
Exactly, yeah, you and I both. Or think about if you're doing some kind of convenience store purchase or something like that. For example, one of our local customers is Sheets, and the whole made-to-order experience. So we work with programs like that with customers, again, to really make those experiences happen. The people that would have these careers, they would be the people creating, envisioning, and ultimately, coding and creating those applications and those experiences.
So you want young people who are interested in innovation, essentially. That's
absolutely
part of what we're talking about, the Innovation Center that you're going to have here in Pittsburgh. Come later this year, I gather.
Yeah, in a couple of months we'll be launching it.
A couple of months. And in terms of salaries and all, would you say that work in this area is very competitive with other? Can you make decent money?
Oh, extremely so. These are generally high-paying jobs. Again, these are the knowledge worker jobs of the future. So they would definitely be highly competitive salaries and so forth. And there's tremendous demand not only here in Pittsburgh, but more broadly, both nationally and even globally for these kind of skills.
Well, Bernie, it's great to have you on the show. Thank you so much for all the work you're doing at CGI and for this region. It's much appreciated. We look forward to seeing you again on the Technovation panel that will be open to anybody to come see. And thank you for sharing with us today. Much appreciated.
Absolutely, John. Thank you for the opportunity.
All the best. When the Sunday Business Page continues, why a STEM background is vital to the success of a company like Williams. Kate Jackson, Williams Senior Commercial Development Representative, will join us. Stick with us.
The Sunday Business Page will be back in just a moment.